Okay, now Lori was telling me that ties actually have a degree or a relationship, or Clayton, you were...
Yeah. What is this? And, what does this represent? This here, the flowing of the ties, what does this represent?
Alright, this is actually our waterfall ties. Many people ask, so who are your customers? Who are you trying to reach? Alright, we have three types of ties. We're trying to reach many people, but we have a beginner, intermediate, advanced user tie, just like software.
Okay.
So
please describe that and show us what a basic, intermediate, and advanced would be.
Alright, let's give you a couple examples. Your beginner is going to be your striped pattern tie with polka dots, very basic design. So for example, here's your pin dot tie.
Okay.
We have another basic tie right here, basic colors, basic design. Some of your stripes right here, that's your beginner tie.
Okay.
So who is a beginner in your mind?
So in your beginner might be, it could be your basic doctor, lawyer, banker, someone who's going to look conservative.
Okay.
At the same time, they may move up into the intermediate category. So for example, something with a little bit more floral design possibly, or small patterns more than your basic stripes.
Okay.
So it's conservative but with a little bit more flash to it.
Does color have anything to do with that?
Not necessarily. This has a basic design to it. There's nothing flashy about that.
Okay.
So it's not going to scare people away. Now some of these do shimmer and shine in the light depending on your angle of this. You're going to mix the blue and the pink is going to come out.
Is the shimmer and shine a trademark of y'all's?
It's just part of our basic design.
Okay.
Kind of personal touch.
Got it. Just checking.
So another part of your intermediate tie is your checks, geometric patterns.
Okay.
So that is a nice example. Here's another intermediate example.
Okay.
Again, someone might ask, well, what colors do I wear these with? So any of these, we would say, stunning on white.
Okay.
Now to move into the next category, the advanced user.
Yeah.
Your advanced user is for your CEOs of companies, someone who might be a little bit more flashy, flamboyant, not afraid to show their personality. For example, the tie I'm wearing, that's one of your advanced user ties.
Okay.
Which is also right here on the waterfall.
Got it.
We could move into this category.
Okay.
The shimmer and shine to this, and the patterns on here. Much more advanced.
It's like a good Valentine's tie there.
Exactly. This would look great with the pink shirt.
Okay.
Behind it. I actually personally wore this on Valentine's Day this year.
You did?
With great comments from many different people that day.
Is that a good chick magnet type tie?
Definitely was a great night of meeting people.
Yeah, but we're on camera, so I don't need to hear anymore. But congratulations.
Here's another example. Some people, if you're into the purples and blacks, another advanced user. Again, any of these right here would be your advanced user ties for that company executive, CEO of a company. And another example, I have many people in the fashion and art world, music world. Those type of people are going to wear that advanced user tie.
Okay.
They're definitely going to show their personality with that.
Well, it's interesting to see the use of paisleys and fractals that you have over there. So.
Definitely.
So, Michael, if you do have somebody who's coming in and they definitely are interested in tie, do you have an open showroom or do you set appointments up?
This is going to be an open showroom Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. We're going to be open for business.
Okay.
Thursday and Friday by appointment only. We may be out on the road and meeting with people or meeting with the different companies as I mentioned to you.
Right.
So we definitely, on our business cards, call us on our cell phones anytime, make an appointment and stop out. We'll set you up with your fashion needs.
Okay. And then somebody walking in, what can they expect from you when they walk in the door?
This is meant to be a very relaxed environment. We want you to come in. We've got leather couches, nice flooring, colors on the wall. We want you to come in, relax. We have a television here, music playing. We'll offer you a drink.
So it's very personal service.
Very personal
service. Help them figure out the coloring of their skin, help them figure out the ties, what their business event is going to be. And
Correct.
then it's, so from beginning to end. It's
We're
very-
going to ask
very-
you
it's
questions
very
to
much a
find
personal
your
touch.
needs. All right, and then we're going to ask you, sometimes we do for corporations, say, whether it could be a banking center, could be a law firm, they don't want to go out and be bothered, so we're going to host some separate events just for those people here.
Okay.
That gives a little personal touch to them, makes them feel special, and meets their needs.
Cool.
There's just one other thing I didn't get to mention. Where do these ties come from? How do we get these? We have relationships with 4 major manufacturing plants across the world.
Okay.
London, Italy, Asia, and America. London is because that's kind of the old world money.
Right.
People think of that as a very important area. Italy, the silkworm grows best in Italy, so that's why our 100% woven silk. And that's often sent out to other places too. But that's where your fine Italian ties come from. Asia and America. So from that, that gives you a little description of where our ties are coming from.
Okay.
Do you have a favorite?
I've developed many favorites over this time.
Okay.
I think Lori's wearing her favorite right now.
That was my first favorite, actually. That really was. That was
Did you close the deal?
We closed the deal. That was just as we joined the Tri-State Business Network too.
There you go.
There you go.
That was one of our best ones. But since then, I was never a gentleman who would say I would wear a pink tie. We might joke around about that a little bit. But, as I mentioned before, the value in this tie and the value in this tie is, I know Clayton has one of these ties.
He's actually going to wear it on Friday night.
That really makes a statement to people.
Yep.
But at the same time, now that I know the background, actually the gold tie, this is our, if I didn't mention this before, this particular tie right here is our #1 seller.
Okay.
Just based on a basic pattern, basic gold color.
Mm-hmm.
Then we go to our #2 tie, basic gold color.
Gold's going up in price, so I guess people want to be associated with that.
Must have something to do with maybe being conservative.
It's still conservative. Again, looks great on white. Going from there, Lori's tie, the deal closer right next to it, another popular tie. If you would have been with us over the weekend, Kwame Jackson was in from New York. So we were in Dillard's Kenwood here in Cincinnati. We went to Lexington, Kentucky, and up to Toledo.
Cool.
So Kwame actually wore our magenta tie. That's another popular one. He was wearing this tie with a gray suit. So some of your questions again, what do I wear this with? Black, navy, gray suits.
Can you tell me what is your average price of these ties?
All right, good question. Basically from this, if you're going to buy our ties in the stores, they're $75. However, this Friday night, for our grand opening, they're going to be 50% off. So you buy one, $75. Corwyn is going to buy you the second one.
Okay.
And I do believe if you're the first 25 members,
First 25 members
walk in.
will come in, get those for $75. At the same time, if you end up wanting more than 2, it's going to be hard to pick out just 2 ties. You're going to want more. So we're going to take you up to 300-400. And also within that, you can mix and match items. So we have cufflinks.
Okay. We'll talk some more about that in a minute.